Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining me. This is JD with Happy Chat. I have not felt the urge to do this in a while. I've been going through an awful lot of things, and I'll try to keep it in a normal, followable order. I actually recorded 15 minutes before I realized I was rambling hardcore and talking in circles. So I will try not to do that this round. And if you follow me, God bless you, because I can talk in circles, and especially when I'm excited. So a lot has happened over the past 7 months since I did my last Happy Chat. And a lot has stayed the same. So the last time I think I talked to you was during the summer. I was on my way or just coming back from Florida, which was fabulous, by the way, and I want to go back. Maybe not in the middle of summer, but it was wonderful and much needed. And it was kind of the start, because last year was my year of change. And, I think I did about 4 or 5 months of the 30-day challenge. But then after that, something beautiful and magical happened where changes actually started manifesting on their own without me having to force it. And it's kind of funny because the day before I was supposed to go to Florida, a tree fell down and wiped out my car. And so there was a big change, and I had to get a new car. Right around that time, I also started an online class, and I'm actually just finishing it up the next few weeks. I should be all done, and hopefully I will pass my exam. I'm a little nervous about that, but excited. And between the class and other changes that I had been working on, things are finally starting to shift, like big time. Okay, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. So a few years ago, we're going to go way back. A few years ago, I felt the need to recommit to myself, and I got myself a fitness tracker. Well, a year later, I really didn't see much change. My steps had gone up. I had started at 2,500 steps a day, and I had gotten it up to anywhere between 4,000 to 6,000. And then the next year, it kind of stayed the same, but no real weight loss. Nothing really changed. I think around May of last year, I started the blog Fat Girl Cooking Thin, and I will include a link because I have been posting on there every single day for 2 weeks, because I've started a detox and a cleanse, and I'm going to go back to that in a little bit. So I started cooking healthier, and then summer came, and I just stopped giving a crap to keep it clean. I was on vacation mode, and I kind of went on a 6-month spree of eating whatever I wanted. And somewhere in the midst of there, I didn't really gain it. I didn't gain any weight over that summer. I think maybe 5 or 10 pounds, but nothing huge. Not at my weight. 5 or 10 pounds is like water. But I started taking a course, and part of that course involves really looking at yourself and your life, and I was forced to turn the spyglass on myself, and one of the things I really wanted to work on was, and you guys have heard me talk about this before, not just my weight, but my clutter. And I started off by thinking and knowing that the two were linked, but I didn't really know how. I kind of thought that the clutter and the weight were a manifestation of something drastically different. I thought it was a way of me protecting myself. And when I looked deeper, while for a lot of people that's the case, for me it was not. It turned out it was a stress. They were both symptoms or outward manifestations of the incredible amount of stress that I was under. To give you a little nutrition diet 101, when you are stressed and not sleeping, and my sleeping ranges anywhere from 3.75 hours to, on a good day, 7. But the 7 hours a night are few and far between. Most of the time I average about 4.5 to 5.5 hours, and that is simply not enough for the body. It puts your body under a constant state of stress. to the point where it raises your cortisol levels. You start craving more and more high-calorie foods to keep you awake. And there would be nights I would find myself eating simply just to keep myself awake. And over the past few months of looking at that and going, oh my God, I've got to slow this stress. Now, knowing that and doing something about it are two very different things. I've also, for the past 16 years, have been working 3 jobs. And if you include this and writing and my business and my day job and then going out and doing gigs, you're looking at 5 or 6. I always kind of see this as an extension of doing my office business, which is the psychic medium work and meditations. But it really is an entity unto itself. Running a YouTube channel, it does take time and work and effort every week. And I also, keep up with a blog, and now I've been doing a blog every single day. We're going to talk about that later, if I haven't already. And if I repeat stuff, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get everything in a short amount of time. So I started, I think it was back in May, I had started learning about human design. And I took a 3-day course with a wonderful woman named Simone. And there's actually a video on, what is human design. So if you look back in the archives from May of last year, you'll see it. And one of the things that came up was I'm a projector. And as a projector, we are not meant to work hard. We're meant to be managers. We're meant to help motivate others. But doing all the work ourselves can actually be detrimental and very draining. And I found that out the hard way. And when she said that, I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Because I've been basically living my life as a generator and a manifester when that's not my role and that's not what my energy pattern is. And I will tell you, as I've started modifying my life more into that of a projector, things have been manifesting all on their own. And it certainly helped in creating the changes that were needed. One of them was not only her advice, but another wonderful friend of mine, Eileen, made the good suggestion that I need to pull back from my time at the office because I was spending an awful lot of time up there. And so at the summertime, I made the decision, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bite the bullet. And I went from going up there or having up to 22 events a month down to the most I have is 8. And on the average month, it's only 6. So that is a huge difference. Huge. But I had made the decision to go down to 12. And then I adopted a dog. Best thing I ever did for myself, ever was get a dog. First of all, he is absolutely perfect for me. Perfect. I think he's in the other room right now. I wonder where he is. Apollo! He's probably looking out the window. I call that his doggy TV. Because he's being very quiet, making me a little nervous. Oh, I heard his chain. Hi, baby. I would say talk to the people, but they can't hear you, and that's okay. So I'm going to pick him up while I talk to you. Because why not? Because he's cute and cuddly, and like I said, the best thing I've ever done for myself. And so I'm holding him, and I'd say hi, but I can't. I'll put a picture somewhere of him in the video. And if you just go to my Facebook page or my Instagram, he's like all over there. It's like having a baby. But he was probably the biggest change to come in. Because suddenly going up to the office meant getting a dog sitter for the day and being away from him. And that's been difficult because he's like my baby. I don't have a baby, but he's like my baby. And so you reprioritize real quick. And so then I started condensing my events into one day. And because I thought, why am I going up twice when I can do it all in one day? And you know what? It's perfect. I don't regret a thing. And really nothing has changed up at the office except my time up there is much less and it's more practically spent. So the other thing that I've started doing is, if you follow me on Facebook at all, or you follow my Fat Girl Cooking Thin blog on WordPress, you will see that I've started a detox. I was talking to one of my friends. She actually works in my space, Kimberly, and she caught me at the right time. A couple months ago, and I apologize if I already said this, I got diagnosed with diabetes, and I think I spent a few months in denial because I knew it was reversible. But of course, I spent a few months doing nothing to reverse it. And really, everything I was trying to lose weight was just not. I'd lose 5, I'd gain 5, I'd lose 5, I'd gain 5. Paulo was looking at the microphone like, what is this? Do you see that? Yeah. That's so that we can talk to the people, but you don't talk. Anyway, so immediately upon getting Apollo, I did drop about 12 pounds within a month. I kept it off. Over the holidays, I put back on, I think, like 5 of them. And then it stayed off for another month. But anyway, my friend Kimberly, she's like, she sells Isogenics, and she's like, Jen, when are you going to do this? And it was kind of the right time, because my numbers when I got them tested for the sugar was high. It was higher, not super high, higher. It's still reversible, but it was higher, and that definitely was not the direction I wanted to go in. And so something shifted in me, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. But I'm not going to do it that very minute, because I know myself enough that if I do something that extreme without preparing my body, I'll get sick, and very sick. So I've been taking this month, the month of February, to prepare my body. I cut out almost all processed food. I still get a Dunkin' Donuts sandwich every now and then, but it's usually the egg white flatbread, which actually tastes like it has real cheese in that instead of that fake cheddar, whatever it is. Sorry, that was my phone. And I have like an Amy's dinner every now and then. And Amy's is pretty clean in terms of the frozen dinner foods. But I've been doing a lot more cooking. I've been getting a salad ordered from my work every day. And they make a good salad with like grilled chicken and fresh ingredients. So I've been ordering that every day for 2 weeks. And I did have a little backlash because I went out to eat twice last week, and I put on, I think, like 3 or 4 pounds, but then it came right back off. So I'm down over the past 2 weeks, 16.5 pounds. And since I got my beautiful baby dog, I am down 23.5 pounds. And I'm now at the lowest weight that I've been in a few years. I actually got into a sweater that as of sometime last year I could not fit into, or at least I could fit, but it didn't look good. And so things are starting to fit a little differently. I haven't taken my measurements yet this week. That's going to be tomorrow. And if you want to know how many inches I'm down, just check it out. I don't think it'll be a whole lot more than last week, because I've only lost 2.5 pounds this week. Because again, I had that back, I gained some of it back in the middle there. So in all, 23.5 pounds off. I'm super excited. And I'm saying all of this because I feel like a lot of you are in the same boat that I've been in, where you want to change, you try things, they're not working. And I want to say one of the biggest changes that helped was taking a lot of the stress out of my life. And getting a dog, even though it adds other stress, the other stress that comes in is worth every moment. I do worry about him. He's been sick, on and off, but he's now healthy and happy, and we spend lots and lots of cuddle time together, and he really is in every way a perfect match for me. He likes his alone time, but then he likes his snuggle time. He gets me out and walking a few times every day. He's added at least 3,000 steps to my day on average. And he's a blessing. And I think just the stress reduction and having him in the house, hearing another being breathing or hearing his little snore is just, oh, it's a blessing in every possible way. And I think that reduction in stress has allowed me to take the other steps, because I figured if I can commit to a dog and do everything that's needed for him, well, maybe I can start committing to, cooking right and eating right and getting my body in order. And I've been doing a lot more cooking. Again, I'm posting everything on my blog. So if you want to follow my detox and see what I'm eating, I'm even posting down to the macros so you guys can see how many steps am I walking, how many, even on my lazy days, because today is a lazy day. I did not get out there. It's raining and yucky, and I didn't get out as much as I'd like. I think I'm just barely going to hit the 3,000 step mark today. But I post how many calories have I burned, what were the active calories, how many steps, and how many calories did I eat. I also post what am I eating? Even on the cheat days, I'm posting tomorrow, I'm going to be at a meeting and I know they're going to have pizza. And you know what? I'm going to allow myself a couple slices of pizza. I guarantee, though, I will pay for it and I'll probably be sick tomorrow night. But if nothing else, maybe it'll teach my body to not crave it. So in part, I'm kind of doing it as a way to teach my body a lesson and stop craving that stuff. Because that honestly is the one thing I've craved over and over is pizza. If I could eat pizza every stinking day, I would, except the cheese is no good for me. It makes me sick. And the carbs, I'm hoping my body is going to go, I don't like that anymore. I still do eat carbs. I've been having a lot of quinoa, some rice. I have fruit. I still have bananas. I'm having a protein shake every morning, and a couple of eggs. And it's made a big difference in terms of, am I hungry or not hungry? And like I said, the weight has just been falling off between the changing how I'm eating. I'm very heavy on the protein. It used to be I'd only get about 15% of my diet was protein and the rest was carbs and fat. And now it's hovering around, fat is usually the 30 to 40%. For years we're taught fat is the enemy, and it's not. My body is responding really well. I had half an avocado and olive oil, and yes, you can have butter and nuts and all those other things. Now, should you go crazy with it? No, it should be healthy fats. I've cut out a lot of the processed meat. I'm not eating breads much anymore. I might have 3 slices of bread a week now, and my body is really not craving it. Today I made a really delicious dinner for the rest of the week. I did post the recipe online, again on my blog, so feel free to check it out. It already got its first like and a couple comments. But anyway, I hope that for all of you who are struggling to make those changes, start with your stress levels. Take a look at what really is causing you stress. Sometimes, and especially in the Western culture, we are so trained to live in a stressed state all the time. And I'll tell you, it has taken almost 6 months of not being up at the office all the time, and of coming home and crashing and just wanting to nap all the time, to now I actually have energy. And today it's I did 2 meditations, I cooked a dinner for the week, and I've done dishes, and I'm having time to do this, and I'm about to do your tarot video for the week soon, and I feel like I still have energy to spare. So eating the way I've been eating has made a huge difference, taking the stress off. I feel like it's finally leaving, and I'm making headway. And, for any of you who want to share your stories and share what things you've overcome or changes you've made, please post in the comment. And friends, if you enjoyed this, give it a nice big thumbs up. And if you want more of this stuff, tell me in the comments. Let me know. Click the like button. Click the subscribe button. And again, some new meditations will be up soon. There's already a couple of meditations, new ones up that I think you should check out. And anyway, I love you guys, and hopefully I will have more good news soon. Again, I'm probably not going to make a big habit because I don't want this to be, hey, JD's bragging. But I have to say the stress is, oh my God, it feels like a weight has been lifted off of me. Even though I'm carrying a 12-pound weight right now, well, I think 14, my little baby, he's finally gaining some weight. When I got him, he was very thin. So anyway, I love all of you guys, and I hope you're doing well, and I wish for you the best. Bye!